52 years ago, this cast made the most fearless comedy Hollywood ever released. I'm David, and I have a shocking truth for you. Today, only 2 of these stars are still alive, and one turns 100 in just weeks. Stay with me till the end, because I will show you how a movie made for only a few $1 million shocked Hollywood at the box office. Subscribe now, because what happened to the rest will surprise you. Burton Gilliam, Lyle. His real name is Burton Gilliam. Born on August 9th, 1938, in Dallas, Texas, he was never a trained actor. For years, he was a firefighter in Dallas, and he had also boxed for the Coast Guard, winning 201 of his 217 fights. His turning point came by pure luck. While still a firefighter, he answered a newspaper ad for movie extras and was picked for the film Paper Moon in 1973. Blazing Saddles was only his second film. In it, he played Lyle, the smiling railroad boss who works for the bad guys. The script made him say cruel, racist words, and he felt terrible doing it. He kept saying sorry to lead actor Cleavon Little between takes, until Little kindly told him those ugly words belonged to the character, not to Burton. After this film, he became a busy character actor for decades, with roles in Back to the Future Part 3 and Honeymoon in Vegas. He has been married to his wife, Susan, since 1975, and they have 2 children and 4 grandchildren. One granddaughter, Holly Weiss, became a world champion gymnast. Now around 87, he is one of only 2 cast members still alive, and he still happily meets fans at events. On screen, he played a hateful man, but in real life, he was the gentle soul who could not bear to hurt anyone.
When you were slaves, you sang like birds. Come on.
Alex Karras, Mongo. His real name is Alexander Karras, born on July 15, 1935 in Gary, Indiana. Before acting, he was a famous American football player, a feared defensive tackle for the Detroit Lions, and a Pro Bowl star. He was once banned from football for a full year for betting on games. His huge size and sporting fame are exactly why Mel Brooks chose him to play Mongo, the simple giant who knocks out a horse with a single punch. His funny line, Mongo only pawn in Game of Life, is still quoted today. Leaving football for acting was a brave turning point, and it gave him a whole new career. Later, he starred in the TV show Webster beside Susan Clark, whom he married in real life, and together they adopted children and built a loving home. Sadly, years of hard hits on the field damaged his brain. In his final years, he suffered from dementia, kidney disease, and cancer, and he joined a large lawsuit against the league over head injuries. He died on October 10, 2012, at age 77. The tough man who punched a horse for laughs was, at home, a kind and gentle father and a sad warning about the hidden price of his sport.
Mongo, stay with Sheriff Bart. Sheriff First Man.
Slim Pickens, Taggart. His real name was Louis Burton Lindley Jr., born on June 29, 1919, in Kingsburg, California. Long before films, he lived as a real cowboy, spending about 20 years in rodeos as a rider and a clown, and the name Slim Pickens came from those rodeo days. His turning point came in 1950, when a Hollywood director saw him perform at a rodeo and offered him a screen test. That same year, he married Margaret Harmon, whom he had met at a county fair where she almost ran him over with her galloping horse. They settled on a ranch in Columbia, California, and raised 3 children. Because he was a true horseman, Mel Brooks wanted him to play Taggart, the loud and mean helper of the villain, and his real cowboy voice made every scene feel honest. Fans still love his confused line, "What in the wide world of sports is going on here?" He spent his whole career playing rough Western men, yet friends said he was warm, funny, and gentle at home. In 1983, doctors found a brain tumor, and he died on December 8, 1983, at age 64 after surgery. The man who played dumb bullies was, in truth, a skilled athlete and a loving family man.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
Which Slim Pickens scene made you laugh the hardest? Tell me in the comments below. Mel Brooks, Governor William J. Petomane. His real name is Melvin Kaminsky, born on June 28, 1926, in Brooklyn, New York. He did not only act in this film, he also directed it and helped write it. Before Hollywood, he fought as a soldier in World War II, then wrote jokes for television. His big turning point was the film The Producers, which won him an Oscar for writing. In Blazing Saddles, he played the silly, greedy governor who cares only about saving his own phony baloney jobs. Behind the scenes, he fought the studio bosses who wanted to cut his boldest jokes, and he feared the film might never be shown. He won that fight. In the same year, he also made Young Frankenstein. Later came Spaceballs, History of the World, and a huge Broadway show. He is one of the rare people to win an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. He was married to actress Anne Bancroft until her death in 2005, and his son Max Brooks is a well-known writer. Today, at 99 years old, he is still sharp and still with us, and on June 28, 2026, he turns 100. The man who built all this wild comedy is now its last creator still standing.
I was just walking the parapet, taking a look around. What can I do for you?
Harvey Korman, Hedley Lamarr. His real name was Harvey Herschel Korman, born on February 15, 1927 in Chicago, Illinois. For years he struggled to find steady work, and his big turning point came when he joined the Carol Burnett Show, where millions watched him every week and he found fame at last. Mel Brooks loved his sharp comic skill and chose him to play Hedley Lamarr, the proud, scheming villain who keeps shouting that his name is Hedley, not Hetty. This role began a long partnership, and Korman went on to appear in more Brooks films. He was a master at playing fancy, foolish bad guys, and he had one funny weakness. He often could not stop himself from laughing in the middle of a scene. After the Burnett Show ended, he toured for years performing live comedy with his good friend Tim Conway. He married twice and had 4 children. In 2008, he became very sick when a blood vessel in his stomach, called an aortic aneurysm, burst, and he died on May 29, 2008, at age 81. He was one of the greatest comic partners in television history. Yet some who knew him said he always wished people had seen him as a leading star, not only the funny man beside someone else.
Unfortunately, there is one thing that stands between me and that property.
Madeline Kahn, Lili von Shtupp. Her real name was Madeline Gail Wolfson, born on September 29, 1942 in Boston. Few people knew that this very funny actress was also a trained singer with an almost opera-level voice, and she chose to use that beautiful voice for comedy. Mel Brooks had seen her shine in films like Paper Moon, and he cast her to play a parody of the famous German star Marlene Dietrich. So she became Lili von Shtupp, a tired stage singer, and her song I'm Tired became a classic. The role earned her an Academy Award nomination. In the same year, she also appeared in Young Frankenstein, and she had already earned another Oscar nomination for Paper Moon. People loved her for being smart, careful, and perfect with her comic timing. Off-screen, she was very different from her bold characters. She was quiet, serious about her work, and private about her life. In 1999, she married Gareth Davies, just months before she passed away. She was fighting ovarian cancer, which she kept mostly secret. She died on December 3, 1999, at age 57, far too young. On screen, she was a loud, glamorous woman, but in real life, she was a gentle and private artist. Which of her scenes do you still remember best? Share it in the comments below. Jerome Silberman, Jim the Waco Kid. His real name was Jerome Silberman. Born on June 11, 1933, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, he trained hard as a stage actor, and his big break came when Mel Brooks cast him in The Producers, which made them lifelong friends. In Blazing Saddles, he played Jim, the gentle gunfighter known as the Waco Kid. Here is a fact many people do not know. The role was first given to another actor, Gig Young, but he was very sick from drinking and collapsed on the first day of filming. Wilder was rushed in to save the part. His calm, kind manner balanced the wild comedy, and his bond with Cleavon Little became the true heart of the film. In the same year, he also starred in Young Frankenstein, and he was already famous as Willy Wonka. His life held deep pain, too. His wife, comedian Gilda Radner, died of ovarian cancer in 1989. Wilder later developed Alzheimer's disease, but he kept it hidden from the public. He did not want the children who loved him as Wonka to feel sad or afraid. He died on August 29th, 2016 at age 83. He made the whole world laugh while quietly carrying his own loss and illness.
I don't know if you ever heard of me before, but I used to be called
Cleavon Little, Sheriff Bart. His real name was Cleavon Jake Little, born on June 1st, 1939 in Oklahoma. He was a serious stage actor first, and his big turning point came in 1970 when he won a Tony Award for the Broadway show Pearlie. In this film, he played Sheriff Bart, the cool and clever hero. Here is a surprising fact. The comedian Richard Pryor helped write the movie and was meant to play Bart, but the studio refused to insure him, so the part went to Little, who made it fully his own, speaking right to the camera and outsmarting everyone around him. In his personal life, he was married to Valerie Wiggins from 1972 to 1974, and they had a daughter, Adia Millette, who grew up to become a respected artist. Sadly, Hollywood never gave him another film role this big, and he went back mostly to television and the stage. He did win an Emmy Award in 1989 for the show Dear John. He was only in his early 50s when he fell ill with colon cancer, and he died on October 22, 1992, at just 53 years old. He was a brave, groundbreaking black leading man in a major Hollywood comedy. He shined so brightly on screen, yet the film world never fully built on the great star he so clearly was.
Sir, he specifically requested 2 niggers.
The little Western that made millions. Blazing Saddles had a reported budget of about $2.6 million, but it went on to gross around $119.6 million. For a comedy Western released in 1974, that was a massive result and proved that Mel Brooks had created something bigger than a normal spoof. This is powerful for the ending, because viewers realize the cast did not just appear in a funny movie, they helped create one of the most profitable comedy classics of its time. More than 50 years on, this fearless film still makes people laugh, while only Mel Brooks and Burton Gilliam remain to enjoy it. If you loved remembering these legends, subscribe now so you never miss the next cast we bring back to life. Which star will you remember forever?